and welcome back to my channel. Today I am actually going to be doing a tour of my automatic storage system. I was actually following SHULKERCRAFT'S design. I will definitely be linking his video down below because it was a lifesaver. It took forever to build it. It was tedious. It had a lot of materials that I needed to incorporate, but nonetheless, it will be a lifesaver. Already, I'm so satisfied with it, and I'm so excited to be able to show you my approach and my take on SHULKERCRAFT'S automatic storage system. In this main area that we just came into from outside, this is kind of my offloading zone, if you will. Here are all of the hoppers in the ground that connect to the filtration system, so that when it comes time to taking all of these loaded shulkers, I can simply place them all on here and they will be automatically fed into this water tower and then proceed into the redstone system. I won't actually be reviewing the redstone itself. All I can say is that it was tedious. It cost a lot of materials, but thank you to SHULKERCRAFT because his video made it extremely easy. So we're back in our little offloading area. If you continue through, you're welcomed by this custom tree with exposed skylight. Here you can see some tool items that I've placed in here to be able to use. Of course, everything is looking different to you because I have HatoriCraft, which is a resource pack. If you like what you see and are interested in it, I will definitely link that in the description below. Also, I must note that SHULKERCRAFT'S design for this was a lot different in terms of aesthetic. The mechanism of the redstone and the whole filtering system is exactly the same. I just wanted to take a different approach to match my aesthetic. Ignore these openings. I still have to access the redstone to link everything up. But anyways, this design is organized into 3 separate bays. Bay 1, Bay 2, and Bay 3. Let's take a look at Bay 3. As you can see, there are 2 rows on the left side and the right side, making for optimal storage capabilities. Because my approach to this storage system is heavily building based, I have occupied a lot of room simply for different colors of different items. As you can see here, my terracottas. So it's a bit overkill in terms of storage, but if you're anything like me and you love to build, I end up using almost every single block in the game. Also, don't look at my design here because it clearly looks like I only use 4 blocks in this game, but whatever. So starting off in the first bay, I'm going to go row by row, item by item, and let you know how I organized it. Also, I will be providing a full in-depth list in the description, exactly how I've organized everything. So pay attention to what I'm calling Bay 1, 2, and 3, because that's how I'll be showing you today. So in Bay 1, on the left wall, which is this wall here, as I'm facing the back, 1A is the top, and 1B is the bottom. I've numbered all of these sections, followed by A or B. A is the top, B is the bottom. 1A is dedicated to birch. I have birch log, plank, slab, stair, and fence. 1B is dedicated to oak log, plank, slab, stair, and fence. Obviously, I'm missing my birch stair up there, so I got to take care of that. Moving on to the next area, 2A on the top there are dedicated to jungle logs, planks, slabs, stairs, and fences. Below that, 2B, spruce, log, plank, slab, stair, and fence. And again, I am missing quite a few stairs. At the top here of 3A, I have the acacia logs, planks, slabs, stairs, and fences. 3B below is dedicated to the dark oak, log, plank, slab, stair, and fence. Finally, in this area, for the woods, if you will, I have ended off with the crimson logs on top, with the plank, slab, and stair, and fence, of course, and then below that, the warped log, plank, slab, stair, and fence. I decided to incorporate these woods with the natural woods because in this texture pack, they have a very specific wood look to them. So they fit well with my whole system. So feel free to incorporate that. Finally, the end of this left wall, 5A on top, is dedicated to the oak saplings, birch, dark oak, jungle, and acacia. And below that are the dirt, grass dirt, and gravel blocks. So this wall here is pretty much woods and nature related. And then 5A and 5B is directly across 6A and 6B. So I've formed a kind of loop coming in and out of each bay. Regarding additional wood items like boats, doors, signs, fence gates, trapdoors, etc., I am actually going to be creating a different storage system specific to detail items. I may even consider building a sublevel to this current storage system. All right, back to it. Bear with me. So 6A is dedicated to cobble block, slab, stair, and wall. 6B below is dedicated to smooth stone block, and then stone block, slab, and stair. Feel free to deviate from my orientation, but I've just made sure to double up on some of the main items that I use most often. 7A is dedicated to diorite block, slab, stair, and wall. 7B is dedicated to polished diorite block, slab, and stair. 8A and 8B are the granites. Starting with the top one, unpolished granite, so regular granite, is block, slab, stair, and wall. Below is the polished granite, block, slab, and stair. In the next section, which is 9A, I have andesite block, slab, stair, and wall. And then 9B, I have polished andesite block, slab, and stair. And finally, in 10A, I have polished stone brick, block, chiseled block, slab, stair, and wall. And directly below that for 10B, I have brick block, slab, stair, wall, and natural clay ball. Alrighty, so that concludes Bay 1. I hope you're still with me. Bay 2 is just right over here. Let's start off with the left wall. Bay 2. So 1A, 1B. Just like before, it's just this is Bay 2 now. 1A is dedicated to quartz block, smooth block, pillar, chiseled block, and slab, normal slab. Below at 1B is the quartz polished slab, regular stair, polished stair, and then it goes into the blackstone, the natural blackstone block. 2A, blackstone, polished block, chiseled block, polished brick block, regular slab, and polished slab. Right below that, 2B, blackstone, polished brick slab, regular stair, polished brick stair, and regular wall. Now, I know what you're thinking, holy crap, but blackstone is one of my absolute favorite blocks to build with, and I really definitely use each of these different variations, so I had to make sure that I had enough room for every single one of these. So moving on to 3A, up top here, we have blackstone polished wall, polished brick wall. And then we have netherrack, nether brick block, and then finally basalt. Directly below that, for 3B, we have obsidian, nether brick, block, slab, stair, and wall. Moving on to the light portion of this storage system, 4A is dedicated to the shroomlight, glowstone, redstone lamp, sea lantern, and lantern. Directly below that, we start off with 4B having the end rod, torch, and then we move into a different territory. We then start with sand, and sandstone. For 5A, we start off with cut sandstone, chiseled sandstone, and then we move on to the sandstone slab, stair, and wall. Then, naturally, after sand, of course, we start off with glass. For 5B, we have our clear glass block, red, orange, yellow, and lime green. So that was 5B. Directly opposite, again, we have our 6s. So 6A, 6B. For 6A on top, we have our green glass block, our light blue, cyan, blue, and then pink. For our below in 6B, we have our magenta, purple, white, light gray, and gray. For 7A, we have our black and brown glass blocks. So that concludes the block section. And then we continue in 7A with glass panes, starting with clear, clear, and then brown. Right below that for 7B, we continue with our glass panes with red, orange, yellow, lime green, green. Moving on to 8A above, we have our light blue glass pane, cyan, blue, pink, and then magenta. And then finally at the bottom here for 8B, we have our purple, white, light gray, gray, and black. Moving on to the next area, starting with 9A, we have our dyes. Red, orange, yellow, lime, and then green. Below that, of course, we have our light blue, cyan, pink, and then magenta. Moving on to this final area, which is the 10A, we have purple, white, white, light gray, and gray. And the bottom, for 10B, we have our brown, black, black, bone meal, and ink sacs. So that concludes our Bay 2. I hope you are still with me. Finally, we have what I introduced to you initially at the beginning of this video, Bay 3. Of course, starting off with 1A at the top, we have our natural terracotta, terracotta. Then we move into red, orange, yellow. Directly below that at 1B, Bay 3, we have our lime, green, light blue, cyan, and blue. Moving on to 2A, we have our pink, magenta, purple, white, and light gray. Directly below that for 2B, we have our gray, black, and then finally brown. And within that same 2B section, we start to go into the glazed terracottas. So I've started off with red. That looks totally blue, but I kid you not, it's classified as orange. So we have red, orange. And then for the next area, 3A, you guessed it, yellow, lime green, green, light blue, cyan. Directly below that, for our 3B section of glazed terracotta, we have our blue, pink, magenta, purple, white. For section 4A, we continue with the glazed terracottas. Light gray, gray, black, black, brown. Directly below that, we move into a different territory. 4B has received the leaves, so oak, birch, dark oak, jungle, and acacia. And finally, for the left wall in Bay 3, 5A has sugarcane, sugarcane, paper, leather, and books. Directly below that for 5B, we have our iron nuggets, ingots, block, block, bars. And you guessed it, directly across from 5B, we have 6B, continuing that U shape in and out of each bay. At the top of 6A, we have our bones, bone meal block, rotten flesh, spider eye, ender pearls. 6B, we have our string, phantom membrane, gas tears, gunpowder, and magma cream. For 7A, we have our rockets, ancient debris, slime block, soul soil, soul sand. For 7B, we have our warped nylium, warped warp block, vines, crimson nylium, and another warp block. For 8A and 8B, this is our redstone area. We have our repeater, sticky piston, observer, dropper, and dispenser. Below that, we have our redstone comparator, regular piston, daylight sensor, TNT, and redstone torch. Now this area, we start moving into our foods and our crops. So 9A, we have our pumpkin seeds, wheat, cocoa, beetroot, and melon. Directly below that, we have our kelp, dried kelp block, pumpkin block, melon block, and cactus. And then finally, for 10A, we have our apples, golden apples, carrots, golden carrots, and melon. And directly below that, 10B, we have our cooked beef, pork chop, chicken, mutton, and salmon. I will be including those in the item frames. So that concludes the third bay. In this central area, just to show you some more of the actual design that I implemented, I have a central scaffolding system that will take you up to what will eventually be a custom lookout observation tower. So right now, oh my God. I can't even see my hand right now, so I have no idea where my weapons are, so we're gonna make this fast. This will eventually be a tower that far exceeds my custom mountain over here. That is a lovely home to some zombies. But yeah, I will be showing you some future developments later on in upcoming videos if you want to take a look at those. But for now, this concludes the automatic storage system review designed by SHULKERCRAFT. Again, I will link his design in the description below, so feel free to check that out. And some other things I just wanted to touch upon. I did not include ores and precious minerals because I am making a super smelter storage system in my mines. I do want to incorporate those minerals and precious items into that design. And there are various items that are not included in this storage system that you just saw. I will be listing them down below so you can mix and match and see what best fits your method and gameplay. So take a look at that list, see if there's anything that you would prefer to incorporate. I'm sure there are a lot more than I've listed below, but again, I just wanted to keep all my building essentials readily available for me to use on the go, in and out, whenever I'm creating some new things. Especially because this is a public multiplayer server, I'm constantly working on public amenity areas, so having everything organized is extremely important. I hope this gives you some inspiration and clarity. I will be posting more videos, like I said, in the future. Feel free to comment below what you would like to see. I do have another video on the channel showing some of my other farms and different things on my base. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe if you like what you... Did I look at you? Did I look at you? Oh my God, I can't even see where my cursor is. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave this here. Take care. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now.